Just continue a little bit, right where we left off. It's 2:32.
Must be done quietly, or there will be a nationwide panic. Tell the president to see that my wife gets the medal for this. And tell my wife that with my last breath, I still insist that she was wrong about that girl in Red Lion, Pennsylvania.
So, tell my wife she gets a medal. How about Donald Trump's wife gets a golden medal? She gets all of his money. Let's look up girl in Red Line, Pennsylvania, I believe is what he says. Two teen girls missing from same Pennsylvania town could be in danger. September 5th. Pennsylvania couple admits to waterboarding a girl's punishment. Missing Pennsylvania girl found in Minnesota. Twin Cities. Woman stabbed to death on Red Line train after argument. Chicago. Cute girl on Red Line to mystic woman seeking friendship. Let's just check that out. Just because the date is 2/11, which is 2/2. This is not a dating site. Looks like, okay, cartoon characters. You will see nude photos. Good. It says, this is not a dating site, but in the bar, get laid tonight. I ain't dating you, bitch. Even the site said it. Yes, I want to leave. Get me out of here. Probably give me a fucking virus. Oh, Jesus, tits. Get me the fuck out of here. Don't leave your free coupon. Man, I'm an idiot. Why did I even touch that? Close it. Next. Let's continue.
In closing, I firmly believe that this is the greatest country in the history of the world. And
that sounds like Donald Trump preaching. He's saying the greatest country in the world, and it can be saved by what?
And still be saved if Congress will lock up those damn college kids once and for all.
Those college kids. The liberals. The millennials. The Antifa crazy kids. Most of them are college age kids. Not knocking it. Hell, I ain't even tried it.
All. God bless America.
There was a scratching sound. My God, Knight thought. The match and the sound of flames, in the midst of which General Talbot tried to add a postscript but couldn't get the words out because he was screaming.
The guy tried to add a postscript, which is a script afterwards, but he couldn't get the words out. That sounds like the sheriff to me.
Finally, the second shot came and the screaming stopped.
The second shot came and the screaming stopped. So would that be why there was two pools of blood underneath Paddock's head? The first shot didn't do any good. The second one?
Raised his head, jaw clenched, repressed tears in his steely eyes. Over cigars and brandy, after George had been sent off to bed to be distracted by Tarantella, Richard Young asked pointedly, "Just how..."
Been sent off to bed. This happened late at night, so we're all going to sleep with them thoughts in your head.
Sure are you that this Discordian bunch is a match for the Illuminati? It's kind of late.
How do you know this? He's already denouncing the Illuminati as part of what's going on.
In the game to change sides.
Drake started to speak, then turned to Maldonado.
Tell him about Italy in the 19th century.
He said,
The Illuminati...
Okay. So you take the word, look it up. He said, Italy, 19th century. Italiana, unification, which means come together. United. Meaning the the resurgence or revival was the political and social movement that consolidated different states of the Italian peninsula into a single state of the Kingdom of Italy in the 19th century. So now you know what that is. Keep listening.
I just men and women, Maldonado replied obligingly. More Illuminati.
Him about Italy in the 19th century.
He said. The Illuminati are just men and women, Maldonado replied obligingly. More women than men, in fact.
The Illuminati are more women than men.
It was Eve Weishaupt that started the whole show. Adam just acted as a front because people are used to taking orders from men. This Atlantis stuff is mostly bullshit. Everybody who knows about Atlantis at all traces his family or his clan or his club back there. Some of the old dons in the mafia even try to trace La Cosa Nostra back there. Oh.
Some of the dogs in the mafia tried to trace him back.
All bullshit.
Try to trace him back to something, and we can't find no motive for the Las Vegas. It's all bullshit.
Just like all the wasps tracing themselves back to the Mayflower. For everyone who can prove it, like Mr. Drake, there's 100 who are just bluffing.
There's 100 that can prove it. I'm sorry. Let's go back.
Mr. Drake, back to the Mayflower. For everyone who can prove it, like Mr. Drake, there's 100 who are just bluffing.
There's 100 that are just bluffing. So 1 out of every 100 videos that you see on the Illuminati is just bluffing. The other 99 are right.
You see, Maldonado went on more intensely.
And you should probably follow intensely on a woman that has studied the Illuminati, considering there's more women in the Illuminati. But they have it so screwed up, they want you to think it's all men that run it.
Chewing his cigar ferociously. Originally, the Illuminati was just how do you call it, a kind of 18th century women's liberation front.
An 18th century women's liberation front. So they're going for equal rights for women in the 18th century. Women were the Illuminati.
Behind Adam Weishaupt was Eve. Behind Godwin, who started all this socialism and anarchism with this political justice book, was his mistress, Mary Wollstonecraft.
William Godwin. This is called the Pegasus Classic. The Pengus Classic. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. Inquiry concerning political justice.
Was Eve. Behind Godwin, who started all this socialism and anarchism with this political justice book, was his mistress.
His mistress was Eve.
Mary Wollstonecraft, who started the woman revolution with the book called
Vindication of the Rights of Women.
Drake contributed.
Vindication of the Rights of Women. I feel like I'm going to fucking school. Vindication of the Rights of Women / Schmoop. Free summary and analysis of the events in Mary Wollstonecraft's The Vindication of the Rights of Women. This is the Wikipedia. Granted, it's not always right, but it's 1792, written in the 18th century British proto-feminist Mary Wollstonecraft is one of the earliest works of feminist philosophy. In it, she responds to those educational and political theorists of the 18th century who did not believe women should have an education. She argues that women ought to have an education with their position in society, claiming, I couldn't pronounce that word, I can't read sometimes, claiming that women are essential to the nation because they educate its children and because they could become companions to their husbands. Because they could become companions to their husband. Companions is in quotations. They could be companions, meaning there could be a woman in there also. Rather than mere wives, instead of viewing women as ornaments to society or property to the trade of marriage, Wollstonecraft maintains that they are human beings deserving of the same fundamental rights as men. That was who they said in this book was Eve. Eve. 1792, kids. No. Freaking thousands of years ago.
And they got Tom Paine to write on women's lib, too, and to defend the French Revolution and try to import it here. But that all fell through, and they didn't get a real controlling interest in the U.S. until they hoodwinked Woody Wilson into creating the Federal Reserve in 1914. And that's the way it usually goes. In Italy.
So, they got control by controlling the money, which is ironic because anybody that's in a marriage, not anyone. Let's say 50% of the people in the marriage know the wife wears the fucking pants and controls everything.
They had a front called the Arte. It was so damn secret. Mazzini was a member all his life.
This is their book that they went by. It's a blueprint for the subversions of the Catholic Church.
I never knew that control came from Bavaria. My grandpa told me all about those days. We had a three-way dogfight. The monarchist on one side, the Hattevente and the Libertari, the anarchist on the other, and the mob.
So we have three going on right now. You could say that the Islamic people that believe in jihad and killing folks is one side. The liberal is the liberal, like he already said, and the people that believe in America. Those are your three.
In the middle, trying to roll with the punches and figure out which way on the other. One side, the Hattevente and the Libertari, the anarchist on the other, and the mob. In the middle, trying to roll with the punches and figure out which way the bread was buttered, you know? And
the MOF is in the middle, meaning the mafia. They're trying not to take sides. Mafia would be the government, the ones in control.
Libertari got wise to the Hattevente and split from it. It was a four-way fight.
The Libertarians got wise on the Antifa people for the way that they do the violence towards people from what we are told. So now there's the four divisions.
Look it up in the history books. They tell it like it was, except they don't mention who ran the Hattevente. And then the good old law of fives come into it. and we had the fascisti, and it was a five-way dogfight.
Now it's a five-way dogfight. You want to throw Russia and North Korea into them three, so now that's the five-way dogfight. Not to mention, if the women are the ones that started the movement of the Illuminati to progress women, that might coincide with the Freemasons using a G-spot between two open legs and a V. The G-spot is in the vagina, ran by girls.
One, not the Illuminati. It wasn't until 1937, manipulating the English government to discourage Mussolini's peace plans and using Hitler to get Benito into the Berlin-Tokyo axis, that the Illuminati had some kind of control in Italy. And even then, it was in...
What was the control in Italy that the Illuminati had? It would have been that women's movement that started in Italy.
Correct. When we made our deal with the CIA, it was...
I'm going to pause this. Can I say, pussy control? Hello?
It's called the OSS back in those days. Luciano got out of the joint, and we turned over Italy and delivered Mussolini dead.
And the point of all this?
Jung asked coldly.
The point is,
Maldonado said,
the MAF has been against the Illuminati more of the time than we've been with them. And was
The MAF, which is the Mafia, is against the Illuminati. The Mafia didn't want women to have equal rights. They wanted them to shut up. Don't say nothing. You know nothing. You say nothing. I can go out and fuck who I want because I'm in the mob and I can pay for hookers. You stay home and take care of the kids.
still doing business and was stronger than ever. Believe.
And besides, what brings down the strongest of houses? Not a wolf blowing on some fucking bricks, but a woman's scorn will bring down more houses than anything else.
Me. Their bark is much worse than their bite because they believe and we're still doing business.
Listen, they just said the bark is worse than the bite, okay? That's how women are treated. They're not going to hurt you, but they can say a lot. They're not supposed to hurt you. That's what it's projected. And I just, man.
The point is,
Maldonado said,
the MAF has been against the Illuminati more of the time than we've been with them. And we're still doing business, and we're stronger than ever. Believe me, their bark is much worse than their bite. Because they know some magic, they scare everybody.
Because the Illuminati, who they're talking about, has some kind of magic, they scare everybody. It's kind of scary that a girl can magically bleed for 7 fucking days and still live. That's a trick to me. I don't mean to be okay, a woman goes through the menstrual cycle, and at the end of it, she can still live thanks to a cotton ball on the end of a string. Is that PC for you?
We've had magicians and belladonnas, witches to you, in Sicily since before Paris got hot pants for Helen. And believe me, a bullet kills them as dead as it kills anybody else.
A bullet will kill a woman just as a man. Listen, I want to go back to the Helen part, of course.
But kitty since before magicians and belladonnas, witches to you, in Sicily since before Paris got hot pants for Helen.
Hot pants for Helen. Helen, please. Helen, I get myself into this fucking shit. Wait a minute. Wait.
scare everybody. We've had magicians and belladonnas, witches to you, in Sicily since before Paris got hot pants for Helen. And
Paris is hot pants for Helen. Hot pants for Helen? Hot pants for Helen or short pants? Sexualizing women by putting them in hot pants to have power over them, to bring down the Illuminati.
believe me, a bullet kills them as dead as it kills anybody else.
The Illuminati do have a butt.
Drake interjected.
But it is my judgment that they are going out with the Age of Pisces. The Discordians, I think, represent an...
Women going out with the Age of Pisces. Some astrologers claim the Age of Pisces is the current age, and they believe it will remain so for approximately another 600 years. At that time, the vernal equinox point will have moved to the constellation of Aquarius. Thus begins the Age of Aquarius. I'm going to kind of go sidetrack right now. Do you know why they say in the Age of Aquarius that we're going to be full of floods? Come on. Kidding me? The Age of Aquarius. Can I please get back there, ass hats? Welcome to the Age of Aquarius. 32 magic words. Wow. 32nd floor. 32 magic words. What does that say? Movie experience, live music, film panel, global ceremony, conscience dance, something activation, a symbol, activation symbol, escape activation, peace, prayer, cosmic celestry. December 21st, 2012. That was supposed to be the Age of Aquarius. So did we already are in the Age of Aquarius, so that last article is lying to me? So roughly every 2,150 years, the sun's position at the time of the March, or vernal, equinox moves in front of the new zodiac constellation. The Age of Aquarius begins when the March equinox point moves out of the constellation Pisces into Aquarius. I wish they could show some better fucking pictures here. The Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius. Follow the man with the water. It's the man with the water. That's the Age of Aquarius. That's what that symbolizes in astrology. If they're coming out of the age of the woman, and Aquarius is supposed to be the age that they left, then you're supposed to follow man. Men will take over then, which I think is probably totally wrong. We'll try, because pussy will still be in control.
Aquarian swing.
Oh, I don't go for that mystic stuff.
Jung said.
Swing with the Age of Pisces. The Discordians, I think, represent an Aquarian swing.
Oh,
An Aquarian swing. That is an Aquarian swing. We will be out of the age of we have to go over this again.
Drake interjected.
But it is my judgment that they are going out with the age of Pisces.
The women and the Illuminati will go out at the age of Pisces. Meaning, sounds like all the women die, they go out. No, they just lose control.
I think represent an Aquarian out who have a butt.
Drake interjected.
But it is my judgment that they are going out with the age of Pisces. The Discordians, I think, represent an...
The Discordians, I think he said. Discordianism is the religion or belief in which chaos is thought to be as important as order. Wait a minute. It was developed in the mid-1920s, the late 50s or early 60s, which was the women's movement. This is a religion or belief in which chaos is thought to be in importance as order. That sounds kind of a lot like Islam. It's weird that we move into the age, out of the age of the woman into the age of man, and it is brought on by an Aquarian swing, brought on by the Discordians, which is a religion that brings chaos. Sounds like Islam. Stay home with the kids.
An Aquarian swing.
Oh, I don't go for that mystic stuff.
Jung said.
He don't go for that mystic stuff. He don't believe the Illuminatis. He don't go for that mystic stuff that women have powers and that they're witches and pussy control. Well, I don't know why I see pussy control and I see this dude with a fucking cat in his hand and this dude is the mob. I believe that's Brando. My son. Horrible impersonation. Let's go.
Next thing, you'll be quoting I Ching at me, like my
You'll be courting
old man.
You'll be courting I Ching or quoting I Ching at me. So he's telling him before you know it, you're going to be speaking I Ching. Listen. I don't know how to spell it. You're going to be speaking Chinese to me before I know it. It is a book of changes. You're going to be speaking changes to me before we know it. Changes as in moving over out of the woman's age.
You're an anal type, like most accountants.
Drake replied,
You're an anal type like most accountants. That means you're tight. Anal tight like most accountants. Accountants are tight with money. They can't be held accountable.
coolly,
And a Capricorn.
Next thing, you'll be quoting I Ching at me, like my old man.
You're an anal type, like most accountants.
Drake replied coolly,
And a Capricorn as well. Down to earth. Earth and consent.
like my old man.
You're an anal type. Most accountants.
Drake,
An anal type accountant. It's an annual type of accountant is what they're going to say. It's an anal accountant type. Hey, are you guys into it yet? Are you into it yet? I sure am. Let's get back to the crazies.
replied coolly.
And the Capricorn as well. Down to
Anal type Capricorn. Images for anal type Capricorn. The future of astrology, page 24, Google Books results. What dirty things Zach, each zodiac sign will tell you, will try in bed. Wait a minute.
You ching at me like my old man.
You're speaking Chinese at me like my old man.
you're an anal type, like most accountants.
Drake replied coolly.
And the Capricorn as well.
An anal type Capricorn. What dirty thing each zodiac sign will try in bed? So you're an anal type accountant plus a Capricorn. An anal type Capricorn. Trying anything in bed. An anal type. That's saying that you're gay. That's what.
Down to earth and conservative. I won't attempt to be Capricorn or type, like most accountants.
Drake replied coolly.
And the Capricorn as well. Down to earth and conservative. I won't attempt to persuade or as type.
And you'll be quoting I Ching at me like my old man.
You're an anal type, like most accountants.
Drake replied coolly.
And the Capricorn as well. Now,
Look, I'm not a gay anal type Capricorn.
down to earth and conservative. I won't, and the Capricorn as well.